Hi, everyone. It's Hunter Lott, your HR problem solver on demand. And this is take 5 from our series, Please Sue Me. Um, Wage and hour. Wage and hour is one of those issues that continues to be a problem for most companies and supervisors. We've had recent situations where the handbook actually could be used to hurt the company the way it was set up. The supervisors at another company just thought, we don't have to worry about this, no big deal. Let me tell you, you're much more likely in the next 12, 18 months to be involved in a pay equity, pay transparency, wage and hour issue than anything on the discrimination side. So let's take a little time and look at what's at stake. First, exempt from what? When we talk about exempt, we're talking exempt from the Fair Labor Standards Act. This law was designed to make sure everybody gets paid and everybody gets paid overtime federally over 40 hours a week. Now, there are exemptions, actually 60 some odd exemptions based on job duties. So here's the first kind of myth. Put them on salary. Just put them on salary. Put them on salary, you don't have to worry about it. I heard it again this week in one of my live presentations. Oh, we just put everybody on salary. We don't worry about overtime. Woof. Salary is not a determining factor by itself. It's part of the equation. It's a combination of salary and job duties. The salary minimum threshold right now at federally is 35,568. They're talking about updating that, raising that threshold. So be advised, we'll see where that goes. But that's just part of it is the salary. It's also job duties. You have a receptionist making $95,000 a year. That receptionist is entitled to overtime by law. Just the fact you pay him, her, you pay them a salary doesn't guarantee that they're exempt from overtime. It's a combination. You can go to departmentoflabor.gov, DOL.gov. You can look at the white collar exemptions, management, administrative, computer, learned professional are just some of those. And they give you fact sheets and you match that fact sheet for that exemption to your job description. That means everyone in that job description is exempt. If you have two people in the same job, one paid by the hour and one paid a salary, you got problems. Well, we just have them sign away. We don't have to pay them overtime. It's not that easy. It's rare that you can sign away your rights to wage and hour. The handbook. You start with the handbook and like PTO. Salaried exempt people can only take PTO in 1 hour increments. No. That's the same as non-exempt, right? Well, the non-exempt can take them in 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. If you want to drop down to 15 minutes, you can for non-exempt, but minimum increments on things like PTO and paid time off, those whatever definitions you have should be half days for salaried exempt, which leads us then to the big one. Don't treat exempt like non-exempt. Too many employers. You have to have makeup time. You're a salaried exempt employee. You have an hour dental appointment. You have to make up that time. No makeup time for salaried exempt. No 1 hour of PTO to fill that in. Minimum half days for exempt. Non-exempt, different. So I look in the handbook and you can tell this employer knows the difference between exempt and non-exempt. Don't treat exempt like non-exempt. You run the risk of losing the exemption. Consequences. Then go back 3 years, double the damages. We had one here in my home state just recently where it was $2.8 million owed to back employees. They doubled that and they assigned the owner $150,000 out of his own bank account. So the consequences can get personal. Some states it gets real ugly. The consequences can be even jail time. though I haven't seen too many of those. You've got to really mess up. I've got an audit here for you so you can kind of assess your situation for exposure to exempt and non-exempt litigation. Thanks for joining us. Hey, check us out at hunterlot.com, various resources, handbook reviews. Join us on our monthly live webinars where we discuss various topics and handle all your questions. We'll see you next time on Take 5.